What's up, everybody? It's your favorite billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the SH Figuarts Civil War Ironman, which is a thing of beauty. Not perfect, but a thing of beauty. He has a ton of accessories. Let's just get started. So he comes with a slew of hands, one like flying hand, or maybe a karate chop, with all the finishes that we'll talk about here in a moment. These like boxing gloves that he's wearing on top of his hands. I don't know about those. I don't remember it looking like that, but I may be wrong. And then like I'm going to use my blast hands. I do need to point out real quick that but these posing hands, you can't really do anything with them other than have them at his side because of these oven mitts, or you can kind of be like come on. But like you can't have his hand out like that because the oven mitts hit up against the sculpt of the forearm. So that sucks. And then he actually has and he has two of the flying hands. And two of the and two of the blast hands, and then he has two of the actual blast hands, which are here, and he has two different types that can plug into that. He has a longer one, so to speak, and a shorter one. Both are painted well enough. There's like a translucent. This one goes from like a translucent yellow to an orange paint to a white, and this one kind of goes the same, but it's not done as well. But this one's done much better. So it's like an individual results will vary kind of thing. But I think that the shorter, smaller blasts end up looking better. Either way, you have some options. You just take his hand and you plug it in here, and you can do that. Or you can take the other hand and plug the longer one in. And you can do that. I'll have some pictures at the end if you're interested to see how that looks, but it all works fine. So let's talk about the figure. The chrome finish on all of it is breathtaking. It's really, really wonderful. It's a sharp, clean, crisp look. Not a perfect figure, and we'll talk about why, but overall, a really strong presence, just from the amount of paint. Which I haven't found any errors with, but I'll do another look as we go. So, double ball peg for the head, and then a double ball peg for the neck. So you get up to there, but you do have some gappage, as you can see. And you get down to there, but once again, gappage. But you can get it, I think once you get it posed, it won't be an issue at all. Oh, maybe it will. Yeah, no, that's not great. That's not great. It didn't bother me at first, but it's bothering me now. But a small... I'm not going to say it's a small deal. That should fit better. All right. The red gold finish on the face look great. The eyes look dead. Shout out to Adam from Nerd Rage. He was here when I got this figure, and he said he thought it lit up. Like, he was like, where's the button to light the eyes up? And I was like, it doesn't light up. Either way, it looks like the battery died in this guy. So, but the gold looks good, and the red looks good, and the silver looks good. We'll go down to the chest. Everything that you see is pretty much sculpted and painted. I'll do a quick look over and allow you to just view the figure for paint flaws, of which I see none. There is a blue paint line done there, in there, but I'm not seeing any flaws. Shoulder joints, what we've kind of come to expect. It's a hinge here with a ball peg going into the body of the figure. The shoulder pad here is independently hinged, and you can pull the arm out a little bit to allow for this to happen. So the ball peg that it's on is actually, I'm not sure exactly how they did that, to be honest with you. But it definitely, the whole assembly pushes in, and then it also pulls out to allow you to manipulate it or get it posed as you want, and then this is independently hinged to kind of cover up the gappage. And I think that looks great. I don't have any complaints with that. Bicep swivel, right below it, and that works fine. Double jointed elbow, that works fine. Let's see. Forearm looks good. Paint looks good. No complaints. And then the wrists are on, take a look, a little itty bitty ball peg. So you get all that allows, which is a little bit back and forth, up and down, and the swivel. Same for the other side, and these are two fist hands that he has right now. Same for the other side. We got a double ball peg in the hips. Or it's a ball hinge in the hips? It looks like a ball hinge to me. And then a double ball peg at the top. So either way, I mean, the range of motion it's stupid. You know, it's ridiculous. It's great. So that's all good. And all the paint looks good throughout. There is this gap, which is a bummer. Peekaboo. You can see all the way through there. Now, I know. I don't look at the back of my figures. I don't look at the back of my figures when I've heard it all before. I'm just saying, I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't point it out. Okay, so the swivel's there too, so that works well. We got T-jointed ball joints for hips that are pulled down, so you can get them up to there, drop them down to get the articulation, which is fairly significant for the amount of armor that's on his legs, and then out to the side to there, which does, that ain't too bad. Matter of fact, I'm going to give that a full pass. Thigh swivel built into the bottom of this silver joint, which does look good. It's a smart way of doing it, I feel like. And that thigh swivel, the thigh piece actually goes down into a ball joint into the thigh, which gives you an additional thigh swivel and a bit more articulation, which is actually I think is pretty smart. It's uncommon, but I think it's a pretty smart move. Once again, paint detailing, sculpt detailing looks good and the same throughout. Ooh, I don't like that knee at all. But it is a double jointed knee and it does work. But that looks like a Play Arts knee to me. And Play Arts knees are my biggest criticisms of that line. It's just mighty long. I wonder if you just bend the one joint. Yeah, I mean, you lose a lot of articulation, but I think that looks a lot better. You bend the whole thing, you do get the full articulation, but I think it looks goofy. That piece there covers up the knee hinge quite well, though, when you bring it back. So that's nice. Sculpt and stuff looks great for the shins and calves. And you come down to an ankle with a tilt that gets you up to there, back to there, and then like an old school, like Toy Biz ankle rocker, which I do like. It is my preferred ankle rocker. And then this piece here flips up to allow for the toe hinge, which I think, all things considered, is pretty good. I do have a little bit of paint chipping here, and I do have these pegs in the bottom of the feet, which are for two more accessories that I saved to last, that you can plug in here, and now you can be taking off to save the day. And he comes with two of those, of course. Pretty cool. Quick size comparison, there he is next to Cap, and I think that they look great together. Final thoughts wise, the problems are really, I don't like those boxing gloves on his hands, and there's some gap issues around the head and neck and waist and pelvis. And outside of that, those are my only real complaints. Now I know what you might be thinking, hey, some of those effects for his hands are for flying and some are for shooting. And the answer to you is my imagination. I can do whatever I want. I think the accessories are smart. I think the hands are good. I think that the sculpt is great. I think that the paint is fantastic. I think that the articulation is solid. I think that the presence is good. I think it's good to go. I think it's well worth the money. And I think that it's a nice addition to the collection, and I think it's a sharp-looking figure. You know what I think it is? I think it's a classy figure. Like, it's a class act. It's just strong. I had a couple people over the house when this came in, and we were all kind of taken back by it. Like, it's just like, wow. This is obviously done by people who care. It's obvious. So, couple gap issues that probably could have been fixed relatively easy, and that's really it. So, a strong recommend from your old Uncle Skullface. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.
We must never truly tell them how we display our figures. I'm such a fraud.